Zack is the best server I've ever had at any restaurant I've ever been to. Zack ever. Wonderful service, always eager to serve, ready for anything. He's hot, but he's also understanding. Zack is the lover you wish you lost your virginity to. He's mature, but he's fun. He's childish, but he's old. But the whole time, I was safe. 5 stars. That is the only Yelp review I've ever left, and it was a review that me and my friends came up with after a couple hours of bottomless mimosas. And it made me think, if I, someone who doesn't review places, is leaving a review like this, what kind of other reviews are out there? And it doesn't take very long to realize that on Yelp there are some insane reviews, like this 4-star review that says, "Staff and food here is great, but I'm uncomfortable with referring to salad as a zalad." Or like this 1-star review from Andres A. "Got the queso, but it had a watery consistency." Typical queso. Food wasn't great either. Selection was mainly beef options. The burrito had fries in it, which always seems odd to me. I feel like it's just to add filler. Now, to give you some insight with my relationship on Andre's Yelp review, I actually worked at the place that he gave a 1-star review to. It's not mainly beef options. We had all kinds of options there. Thank you very much. Also, go to any Mexican restaurant. Beef is the main option. It's always going to be beef. But what I really love about Andre's thing is I know that menu. There's at least 8 burritos, 8 different burritos you can order. Only one of them has fries in it. You ordered the one burrito with fries in it. Don't blame the restaurant because you ordered the least authentic thing on the menu. So those are 2 reviews that stuck out to me right off the bat when I got on Yelp. But I recently moved to Los Angeles, and I thought maybe I should be looking at restaurants near me. And I'm sure we all like coffee here. And I'm also sure that as much as I hate the fact that I support a big major corporation, Starbucks does something different with their coffee, okay? It's just a fact. Starbucks coffee is by far the best coffee. So I figured let's start out light and see what kind of reviews Starbucks has. Joe C is really upset here. Said, "Wow, came in here to get a green tea lemonade and I was ready to order when an LAPD detention officer was behind and the cashier took his order and disregarded my order. Very unsat and very unprofessional. Won't be coming here on Saturdays anymore." Maybe the barista had recently committed a crime and was extremely scared that they were about to get arrested. So they said, "Let me get this LAPD detention officer out of here as soon as possible." There's probably a murderer waiting to be put in the cell because he's got to do fingerprints and stuff. But this LAPD detention officer was feeling a little groggy, and he was like, okay, I can't process this guy till I've had my coffee. So then he goes to Starbucks. The barista and him have a prior relationship, and he's like, "Hey, I got a murderer back there. Can we speed this guy up?" Of course, he's more important than you, Joe C. How many 1-star Yelp reviews do you think that LAPD detention officer has written? Probably not that many because he doesn't have time. Katie B says, "Worst Starbucks I've ever been to. The girl at the register was rude and my drink tasted like shit." Well, you shouldn't have ordered the shit coffee. Stupid joke. I retook that for that joke. I gotta think of something better now. I could do something like, "Well, Katie, you shouldn't have ordered it with 4 extra pumps of syrup." How was that? "This location either needs new employees or they need to be retrained. I know Starbucks has a higher standard for their employees. I would give no stars if I could." You could actually give no stars. Just don't leave a review. 1 person voted it useful. How? How is that useful at all? You didn't even say what you ordered. Tell us what you ordered so that we know not to get that drink that tastes like shit. But you probably ordered the shit coffee. Obviously, everyone can relate to a Starbucks, but what about like a legendary Los Angeles location like Pink's Hot Dogs? Every time I drive by Pink's Hot Dogs, there's a huge line, so I want to know what's really going on there. I want to see what people actually think of this place. Muhammad Rashid A says, "A must for hot dog lovers in Los Angeles." "Hi, my name's Ben. I'm a hot dog lover. And you may ask, Ben, where do you live?" "Los Angeles, California." "Yeah, that's right. I'm a hot dog lover in Los Angeles." Go hot dogs. Oh, Alex D. About a year before this review, Alex D rated Pink's Hot Dog 4 stars. He says, "I love hot dogs. I used to live in Chicago and will use that as a basis for comparison." Shut the fuck up. "I furthermore admit that getting familiar with the Sonoran hot dog inadvertently changed how I view the world of hot dogs." Alex, it's not that deep. It doesn't matter. It's a fucking hot dog. Cheese was not melted. Looked like it was just slapped on the bun. The chili was missing the piquant flavor. Oh my God, fuck this guy. Then Alex D followed that up about a year later with, nope, I don't understand what's the hype. Nope, I don't understand what's the hype about. Nope, I don't understand what's the hype about Pinks is about. You think you're a fucking foodie and you write, I don't understand what's the hype about Pinks about? I can't even read it. Look at this smug little fucker and his 191 reviews and his elite 2022 status, writing, nope, I don't understand what's the hype about Pinks is about. Despite me having to repeat my order 3 times, 6 times total, maybe things can get better if you speak Spanish. What's that? A little racism thrown in there? Hey, Alex, what's that? What's that in your review? Is it a little bit of racism? The 9-inch Frank isn't that impressive. I think a 9-inch Frank is pretty fucking impressive. Thank you very much. You know, I think quite frankly a 9-inch Frank is more than impressive, and I don't even think I would be able to fit a 9-inch Frank into my mouth comfortably. And I know in theory you think you want a 9-inch Frank until you actually have a 9-inch Frank and you realize, you know, this kind of hurts a little bit. This is... The weekday early afternoon line was just a few people, but they were working super slow. Gosh damn it, just slap a dog on a bun and add some shit and it's done. How difficult can that be? Go open your own hot dog restaurant then, Alex. Go open your own hot dog restaurant, Alex. I want to see you do it. I hope you're watching, Alex. Go open your white power hot dog restaurant and show me how it's fucking done. Alex D's my least favorite person. Raphael says, straight up trash. A 5-year-old could whip up the same quality as these hot dog concoctions. I like that review from Raphael. What I've noticed is a lot of these one-star reviews, people talk a lot. People say, this is what happened to me. My experience was awful. I shouldn't be treated like this. Raphael just tells it straight up trash. A 5-year-old could whip up the same quality as these hot dog concoctions. Yo, my fucking kid could whip this up. And that's honest. And I appreciate you, Raphael. Keep being you. I'm still pissed about Alex D. Fuck Alex. So that's Pinks and Starbucks. You know, we're looking at the cheaper places, the more affordable stuff. But I decided let's look at the more expensive places in Los Angeles. I decided let's start with one that I know. Nobu. I came here last night for my birthday, and boy, do I regret it. I typically like to go to mid-end places like Fleming's for birthdays because it's more affordable for a big group and there are plenty of options to choose from. However, due to the pandemic, I chose to opt for nicer places since I'm only going out with friends on a one-on-one basis to be safer. Keep in mind this is posted August 2022. August 2022. You know, I think you're pushing the pandemic stuff. One-on-one basis to be safer. You just don't like your friends. It's okay to say you don't like your friends. I used to go out with a bunch of my friends, and then I realized I fucking hate my friends. Or, you know, what's really going on with Colleen. What's really going on with Colleen, what I'm guessing now, is she's been leaving one too many one-star reviews in real life, complaining a lot, and now her friends don't want to celebrate her birthday. That all said, I came here and I literally still feel upset that I gave them my money due to the poor experience I had. I get it, you know, sometimes if you're going to a nice place, you want it to be a great experience. But let's find out why Colleen's really mad. I booked through OpenTable and noted that the occasion was a birthday. I'm not too big on birthdays, even though I've mentioned it 3 times already. I'm not too big on birthdays, but based on prior experience and having worked in restaurants all through college, I know that it's the host's job to address birthdays and occasions and pass the info onto the server because that kindness really elevates a guest experience. However, upon walking in, the host and manager did not say anything to us. How could they? How could they? My name is Colleen, and it is my birthday, and I told you it was my birthday, and not a single one of you, no one in this restaurant said a happy birthday to me. Nobody gave me anything for free, and I noted that it was my birthday. When I made the reservation for my birthday and said, hey, it's my birthday, nobody, when I walked in there, said, oh, it's the birthday girl. Oh, my God, Colleen's here, the birthday. It's time to celebrate. Colleen, do you think they give 2 shits about you? No. They're working in one of the busiest restaurants in Los Angeles. They're stressed out. If you want someone to celebrate your birthday, tell your fucking server, Okay? Have your friend say, hey, it's her birthday. They're not going to remember that. A previous review called out the male server with silver gray hair, and I'm pretty sure he was our server. Awful experience. He was awkward as though he wasn't comfortable dealing with people, or as if he assumed we were not going to tip him well. I would also assume you weren't going to fucking tip him well. He wasn't comfortable dealing with people. Maybe he's just not comfortable dealing with you. You don't seem like an easy person to deal with. You used to have all these friends going to Fleming's for your birthday, and now nobody's coming to your birthday because of the pandemic. Whatever his problem is, he should deal with that before working in the servants industry. Just a whole new staff from top to bottom in the front of house, honestly. Colleen is calling for everyone in the front of house staff to be fired because they didn't mention that it was her birthday. Whole new staff from top to bottom in the front of house because they didn't say happy birthday. How fucking self-centered can you be? These people are living in Los Angeles, California. They got rent to pay. They're probably stressed out because, somebody punched them on the way to walking to work. Grow up. Grow up. Marcia P says, server was rude. I ordered a drink and they brought everyone's but mine. A majority of the food was good, but not sufficient enough for a party of 9, even though it was considered family size. Restaurant is fairly loud, so don't expect to talk to anyone other than whoever's directly next to it. First of all, I love the fact that they brought everybody's drinks but yours. That's hilarious. Mainly my favorite part of this is restaurant is fairly loud, so don't expect to talk to anyone other than who is directly next to you. Yeah, you ever been to a restaurant before? Even if you're just like in an apartment, a party of 9, you should probably just expect to only talk to the people directly next to you. That's how big parties work. You could go out to eat at, a nursery, and you're still only going to be able to talk to the people right next to you. That's just a common experience amongst parties of 9. Don't blame the restaurant for that. What I'm noticing about 1-star Yelp reviews is people will have one kind of inconvenient thing happen to them, and then they'll try to drag in as many reasons to make it a 1-star review as possible, where they'll just add things like, restaurant was loud, so I couldn't even talk to anyone that wasn't next to me. That's all I got for today. You may be asking, why are you standing up in a different room now? I actually just got done editing the first pass of the video, and altogether the first video was 30 minutes, so I'm gonna split it up into 2 parts. So this is the end of part 1, and then part 2 is gonna come out next week. But if you got to this point in the video, you're a sexy little person whose birthday could never be forgotten, and I love you. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Peace.